Hello friends, this is Ramesh Thakur, PGT Computer Science, KVS Chandigarh region. Recently, we received 3 DVDs and the DVDs contain the e-contents which are developed by Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan headquarters. The e-contents have been developed for all classes and covers almost all subjects. So in this video we are going to explore the steps involved in the installation of these e-contents. So first of all, open the web browser and in the Google simply type XAMPP and follow the first link, that is Apache Friends XAMPP. Here we find XAMPP server for different operating systems. As we have to install the XAMPP server for Windows, click on the link XAMPP for Windows, and different versions of the XAMPP server are displayed: XAMPP 1.8.2, 1.8.3, and here we find a link for older versions of XAMPP, that is download older versions of XAMPP directly from SourceForge. Click on the link SourceForge. Here the XAMPP versions for different operating system, details about XAMPP versions for different operating systems is given. Click the link XAMPP Windows. Here we find that 1.8.2, 1.8.3, 1.8.1, etc. different versions are given. For this installation, I would recommend that you go for XAMPP 1.8.1. Click on the link 1.8.1 and click the first link, that is XAMPP 1.8.1 vc9 installer.exe. The size of the XAMPP 1.8.1 server is about 100 MB, and it will take a while to download the XAMPP server. Click on the link start download, and accordingly your download is started. Then once the XAMPP 1.8.1 is downloaded, I put it on the desktop. Okay, now the XAMPP server 1.8.1 has been downloaded. The next thing we have to do is we have to change some account setting, user account settings. Then simply type UAC in the search box in the Windows Start menu, and we find that change user account control settings. Click on the link. By default, these are the settings by default, and just change it to minimum. Click on the link OK. Yes. Okay, now next thing is to install the XAMPP server. Actually, XAMPP server is a collection of different servers. We have Apache web server, then we have MySQL server, etc., and we need to install it. And simply click the XAMPP server that we had downloaded, and OK. Simply click OK, and now next, install. Now the XAMPP server is being installed. It will take a while to, it will take a bit long to install the XAMPP server. Now the XAMPP server has been installed. Click on the finish button and some message is displayed. You can manage all the services, servers or services with the XAMPP control panel. Click on the link yes. Okay, now the XAMPP control panel is displayed. Here what we have to do is we have to start the Apache and MySQL server. So click on the services of Apache and MySQL servers. Click yes to install the Apache service. Yes. And observe the tick mark. And in the same fashion click on the MySQL server. Yes. Why we are clicking these services is that it means that whenever our system starts, Windows starts, then these services will be started automatically by the operating system. Okay, and now click on the start option in front of the start button. Click on the start button in front of the Apache server, and Apache server has been started, and in the same fashion click start in front of the MySQL server, and it will show you that the service is running at the moment. That's it for the control panel of the XAMPP server. Next thing what we have to do is click on the browser and simply type localhost, or we can provide here the IP address of the computer where we have installed it. Simply type localhost and click on the English link. Okay, now some settings about the XAMPP server are displayed, the status, security, etc. Next thing is click on the link PHP myadmin. PHP myadmin, which is found under the tools menu of the XAMPP control server. PHP myadmin. Let me show you how to do it. Okay, PHP myadmin. Click on the PHP myadmin link. Here we find the number of databases which are installed. So first thing we have to do is click on the link databases and simply type here Moodle. Moodle, you can give it some other name also, and here we are just writing Moodle here, and the collation type we will be selecting here is UTF-8 Unicode CI. UTF-8 Unicode CI. Click on the link and select the create button. It's showing that the database Moodle has been created. Okay, next thing we have to do is to make some settings in the php.ini file. So we will browse for the php.ini file. Let's find where the file is. Now let us browse for the php.ini file. Click on my computer, then C drive. As we have installed the XAMPP server in C drive, so we find a folder XAMPP here under C drive. Click on the XAMPP folder, and here we have one more folder, namely PHP. Click on the folder PHP, and under this folder we have a file php.ini file. This is the configuration file. This is the file where we have to make some changes. We have to make some changes to the default values. So click on the link here. This is the configuration file php.ini. Okay, now the file is opened. So click on the edit menu and click here find. Actually the file size, actually a lot of information is given here, so to browse for a particular parameter line by line, it will be difficult. So simply click on the edit menu and find. Here type upload max file size and find next. Okay, so by default upload max file size equal to 2M. Actually 2M stands for 2 MB. It means a user can upload a database or a file and the maximum size of the file may be up to 2 MB, but the database file we have received is of around of about 70 MB. So I'm going to change it to, let it be 100 M. We simply have to write 100 M, not 100 MB. Simple 100 M. Okay, first thing we have changed is upload max file size equal to 100 M. Next thing we have to change is to maximum execution time. Max _execution time. Max execution time. Okay, max execution time. So the default settings here is 30 for 30 seconds. Means the maximum time for execution of a particular script will be 30 seconds, but we have to change it to, say, I'm changing it to 800, or it may be something 1000 or 600 seconds, but let it be 1000. Okay, the next thing we have to change is we have to make changes. Where we have to make changes is the memory limit. MEMORY _LIMIT. Okay, cannot find. Click on the down option, memory limit. Okay, by default here is 128 M. So we are going to change it to, say, 256 M or 512 M, etc. I think 512 MB, that is sufficient. And the next setting, one more setting we have to change is post max size. Okay, by default it is 8 M given, so let it be 128 MB. 128 M. 128 M means 128 M. That's all about the settings changes we have to make in the php.ini file. Click on the link file, save, and close the open file. Now, as we have made some changes to the php.ini file, next thing we have to do is to restart the Apache server. So open the XAMPP control panel. In front of the Apache, click on the stop button. Okay, now the Apache service has been stopped. We have to restart it. Simply click on the start button. We are doing it because we want all the changes that we have made to be in the php.ini file. Those changes should be active, they should be reflected. So again, the Apache server has been started. Means first of all we have to stop the server, then again we have to start it. Okay. Next thing is, click on the browser, and as we have created a database with the name Moodle, click on the link Moodle. Means right now the database is empty. This Moodle database was created in the previous steps. Okay. Now next thing we have to do is we have to import some data into this Moodle database. For that, click on the link import, and here you see that the maximum import size is 100 MB. 100 MB, 100 MB, because this size your Apache server or this XAMPP server is coming to know about this size from the php.ini file. So max 100 MB. It means that we can upload we can import a database of up to 100 MB size. So click on the link browse. So here I have copied all the data from the 3 DVDs in E drive, and the name of the folder I have created is eContent backup. So these 3 folders, that is DVD1, DVD2, DVD3, they are the copies of the DVDs provided by the KVS headquarters. So click on the first folder, that is DVD1. Here we find a file moodle1.sql. So if we look at the size of the file, it's around 60 MB. So click on the file moodle1.sql and open. Click it and open, right? And here we find that the file has been selected, and we simply have to click on the go button. Go means now the file is being imported. Actually this file contains all the information about different tables, etc. So it will take a while to import the file. So be patient. You have to be we have to wait for some time because the size of the file is huge, so it will take a bit longer to import the contents of the file. So let us see. Now we see that the import of the file is successful. It's saying that import has been successfully finished. 1590 queries executed from the file moodle1.sql. Roughly, I think that it's taking around 5 minutes to import the file. It depends upon the speed of the processor and the memory available in your computer system. Okay, the next thing, as the file has been imported, next thing we have to do is to make some changes to the user table in the Moodle. Click on the next page, the second page. Here we find that table MDL_user. Okay, click on the table MDL_user, and here we find different users settings available. So we have to change the password for the user admin. Click on the edit link, and here in front of password we are writing KVS at 2013 as the password, and the function we have to select is MD5. This is the requirement of the Moodle. So we have written password as KVS at 2013. Username is admin, username is admin and password is KVS at 2013. Click on the go link, go. So it's showing us that one row affected. So that's how we can change the password for the admin user. Okay friends, till now we have installed the XAMPP server, we have started the Apache server, then we have started the MySQL server, we have configured the PHP ini file, then with the help of PHP myadmin tool we have created a database, namely Moodle, and in the database we have imported the file moodle.sql, and then we changed password for the admin user. Okay, next thing we have to do is to copy data from the DVDs. I have copied all the DVD data in the E drive, and the name of the folder I have created is eContent backup. Here we have three folders, DVD1, DVD2 and DVD3, and these folders contain data from the respective DVDs provided by the KVS headquarters. Okay, next thing we have to do is to browse the C drive and open the XAMPP folder, and here create one more folder, namely Moodle data. This is important. Moodle data. I am creating the folder. Name of the folder is Moodle data. You may create the folder with some other name also. That's also possible. But here I'm just writing Moodle data. I'm creating a folder Moodle data. Okay, it's empty right now. Okay, now browse the contents of your first DVD, and here click on the Moodle data 1 folder. We have a subfolder there, file dir. Copy this folder, copy to the Moodle data directory and simply paste it. It will take a while to copy the data, as the size of the data in this folder is say around 2 GB, so it will take a while. In the same fashion, open the contents of second DVD. Okay, DVD2, Moodle data 2 folder, and here do not copy the entire directory, that is filedir, as we did in the first step from the first DVD. Click on this folder and select all the subfolders, all the data under this folder, that is DVD2, then Moodle data underscore 2, then file dir, and select all the contents and copy and put these contents in the filedir directory under the Moodle data directory. Okay, simply paste it. So it again will take some time. So in the same fashion, browse the third DVD, then Moodle data 3, then filedir, select all the contents under the filedir directory of the third DVD, copy them and again paste them in the Moodle data directory, and under the Moodle data directory that we have created in the XAMPP folder, and here we have file dir directory, and paste the copy data to the directory. Okay, it will take a little long because the whole size is, I think, that is exceeding 10 GBs, 9 to 10 GBs size is there, so it will take a bit to copy all the data. Okay, now we are left with certain folders and files. Browse the contents of third DVD. DVD 3, modal data 3. Okay, here we have cache, file dir, lang, temp and trash dir directories, as well as a file, namely h.htaccews htaccess. Here select all files and folders except file dir. So I'm just selecting all directories and files, leaving the file dir directory as it is. Just copy, okay, and put all these directories and files under the Moodle data directory, instead of filedir. Don't select filedir, you select simply XAMPP, then Moodle data, and simply paste all the files and directories. Okay, so it's copying all the data. Okay, meanwhile the data is being copied. What you do is you open the web browser and Google. Here in the Google you type SourceForge Moodle 2.3. Moodle 2.3.4. Moodle 2.3.4. Okay, click on the first link. I think net is a bit slower. So it's showing here the list of different Moodle versions: 2.3.10, 2.3.9, 2.3.5, etc. From the list here, you select Moodle 2.3.4.zip. Again, I'm saying that it's Moodle 2.3.4.zip and the size is approximately 35.5 MB. Click on the link and it will take a short, it will ask you to save the contents. Okay, I'm saving the contents in the desktop. Okay, and start download. As the size of the Moodle package is around 33.832 MB, so it will take a while to download the contents. Okay, okay, now Moodle 2.3.4 package has been downloaded. What you do is right click it and extract as it is a zipped file, so extract all its contents in the folder Moodle 2.3.4. Now all the contents of the zipped file are being extracted in the folder Moodle 2.3.4. Okay, as this Moodle package contains lot of files, number of files, so it will take a bit long to get extracted. All the files are being extracted. Okay, Okay, now all the files have been extracted in the folder Moodle 2.3.4. Just click it, and here we find that a new folder Moodle, namely Moodle, has been created, which contains a lot of number of folders and files. Okay, what you do is you select the Moodle folder and right click and copy and put it under C drive. Then we have XAMPP folder under the C drive. Here under the XAMPP folder we have one more folder, htdocs, htdocs, htdocs. Select the folder and paste the contents of the Moodle, or basically the Moodle folder here. Paste it in the htdocs folder that we have selected, which is under the XAMPP folder. Means under C drive we have XAMPP folder, under the XAMPP folder we have htdocs folder. So copy the Moodle folder from the extracted folder to this htdocs folder. Okay, so all the files of the Moodle folder are being extracted. So okay friends, the folder, what we did in the previous step is that when we downloaded the Moodle package, we just extracted it, extract to Moodle 2.3.4 option. We selected this particular option, the new folder was created, and under this folder one more folder was created, Moodle, and we copied this folder, and we put it under C drive. Then we have XAMPP, then we have htdocs folder, and here we put that folder. We pasted the Moodle folder here. Okay, next thing we have to do is to create a configuration file for the Moodle package. Okay, next thing we have to do is to create a configuration file for the Moodle package, and here remember that we do not have to install the Moodle package from scratch. If you try to do so, what it will do is it will overwrite all the database settings or the database tables that we have created in the previous steps. So what you do is you simply click on Notepad, you start Notepad, and here you type certain codes. This is the syntax for the configuration, Moodle configuration file. Here CFG, don't change these settings. I've written here CFG DB name equals to Moodle, DB user equals to root, and so on, and the www root equals to localhost / Moodle, and the data root is this one. These are certain settings related to the Moodle package. That's why it is known as the Moodle configuration file. This file is being given to you in the download link from where you are watching this video. Okay, so what you do is you simply type save the file, save, and save it under the C drive. Then we have XAMPP folder. It's very important to note down this step. Under C drive we have XAMPP folder, then we have htdocs folder, and under htdocs folder we had copied the Moodle folder. Okay, select the Moodle folder, and here as the Moodle folder has been selected, you give it a name, config config .php. Remember the name of the file to be given is config.php and click on the same save link. Okay, and file has been saved. Now let us see that under the Moodle folder the file is created or not, file is saved or not. Okay, this is config.php file, is PHP file, and basically is the configuration file. Okay, now all the settings has been completed, all the data has been copied, all the formalities are completed. Then we are to start the browsing of eContents. So how we will do that? You open your web browser and you type here localhost / Moodle. You start here localhost / Moodle. Okay, now let us see what happens. Oh, it means all the contents, all the steps are successfully executed and we are able to browse the home page of the Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan eContents repository. Okay, and we see here that Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan eContent main page is being displayed, and now click on the login button, login option, login option, and it must be displayed on your screen. Click on login, and here you type the username as admin, as the username was admin, and the password was that we had reset was KVS at 2013. Okay, let us try to log in to the Moodle package eContents, and let us see what happens. It will take a bit to browse the contents of the Moodle package. Okay, and now it's showing that there are 694 courses, and browse 694 courses here, and it will show you the list of all the courses. Okay, we have a lot of courses here for class 1, the unit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, class 2, 3, 4, 5, AVS first term, maths first term, and so on, secondary, senior secondary, computer science, then we have biology, then we have chemistry, and so on. You can browse these contents accordingly. Let me start with the science matters in our surrounding, and you click on this link, and showing us that the list of available courses. Click on the link here, and some files or some PDF files, some video lessons will be displayed. Matters in our surrounding. Click on the link here, and it's I think it's starting the Adobe Presenter. Actually, this particular lesson plan has been created with the help of this Adobe Presenter package. So it's taking time, or basically it's opening the contents. Okay, so it's showing that the contents of this particular package has been developed by Dehradun region, and so on. Accordingly, you can use you can browse the contents of the particular topic from the right side here. It depends basically upon the topic, that with the help of which particular package the topic or the lesson has been created. It depends basically. So go to back, all the contents of the lesson are being shown. You again can type here localhost/Moodle, and it will put you, we can start a new page here, localhost/Moodle, then it will take you to the home page of the eContents. Actually, the database size of this eContents repository is huge, so you need to have a computer system with the higher configuration, higher RAM, then higher processor. For example, Core i3 or i5 would be recommended. Okay, next step is to download the configuration file for the Moodle. In the previous steps I explained that the configuration file for Moodle is required. For that you open the web browser, and in the address bar you type KVS elearning.in. Actually, this is the portal, this is the site where I have given some download links to download the configuration file. Okay, and here in the download section, click on the download section, and here you will find the link to the configuration file required to run the Moodle. So simply click on the file, click here to download config.php file required for the installation of KVS eContents repository, and as mentioned in the video presentation. So click on the link here. So new tab is opened, and the file here, it will show you the contents of the file which is required to run your Moodle successfully. So this is the file which is required to run your Moodle. From the download button, simply click download, and direct download. It will ask you, it will save your file somewhere in your C drive, save file, and I'm saving this file, this configuration file, the desktop, save. Okay, the file is saved. Let us check if the file is saved or not. Yes, the file is there, and we see that the file is there. Okay, then next thing what we have to do is we have to copy this file to the Moodle installation folder, where which is located in your C drive, then XAMPP folder, and you simply copy, and you put it in C drive, then XAMPP, then htdocs folder, then we have Moodle folder. Now paste the copied file here in C drive, then XAMPP folder, then htdocs and Moodle. Okay, simply paste it, right click and paste. Okay, now the file has been copied here. Okay, if we open the file, we find that this is the file which was downloaded from the given link. Okay, and your eContents would be which is required to run your eContents. Okay, next thing is, friends, if we want to install, if we want to access the eContents from a client machine in the local area network, the advantage of doing so is that we do not have to install this eContents repository on each and every machine in the network. What we can do is we can select a machine with the best configuration, where we can install the eContents repository, and we can access these contents from each and every machine which is the part of your network, I mean from the client machines. For that, what we have to do, we have to make some changes to the configuration file. And very important point is that we have to change the way of assigning the IP addresses to the machines which are the part of your local area network. So for that, you click on the start link, and you open the control panel. Here I'm using the Windows 7 machine, so click on the link network and internet, and here you start with the view network status and tasks. Okay, then here click on local area connection, and click on properties, and select Internet Protocol version 4, and after selecting it, again click on properties. Here we see that the way of assigning the IP address to this machine, I mean the machine where we have installed the contents repository, is dynamic. That is, the address is being assigned with the help of DHCP, that is Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. So you have to change it. You have to assign the IP address in static way. So here in this example, in my example, I'm writing 192.168.0.2, and accordingly the subnet mask and default gateway. It depends upon the setting in your local area network. You have to check it, and simply click on OK link, OK button, and we have assigned the address 192.168.0.2 to the machine where we have actually installed the eContents repository. Okay, how to check it? Start and type CMD for command prompt, and here you supply the command ipconfig, ipconfig, and we see that the IP address for this machine is 192.168.0.2. Okay, this might be different address in your case. It depends upon the network settings that you have applied in your network. So in my case, this is 192.168.0.2. So what you do is you have to note down this address somewhere on a piece of paper, and because this address is to be written to the configuration file so that your eContents repository is accessible from other machines in the network. So close it and open the configuration file again, which we put under C drive, then XAMPP folder, then we have htdocs folder, then Moodle folder, and open the config.php file. Okay, now locate the line cfg www root equals to http:// then localhost / Moodle. Okay, here instead of localhost, what you do is you type the address of the machine, IP address of the machine where we have installed the eContents repository. So in our case, in my case, this is 192.168.0.2. okay, and simply save the contents of the file. That's it. Now your settings related to the config.php file is completed. Next thing we have to do is you have to open this control panel and network and internet, and view network status and tasks, and here you have to, or you can or what you can do is you can open, wait a minute, local area connection, properties, click on the link, change advanced sharing settings. Okay, click. What I did is, let me repeat the step. Start, then control panel, then network and internet, and view network status and tasks. Then here select change advanced sharing settings. Okay, here you have to turn on file and printer sharing. This is must because your server should be in a position to share your files with other client machines in your network. So select all these settings 1, 2, 3. That is, turn on network discovery, turn on file and printer sharing, turn on sharing so anyone with network access can read and write files in the public folders. Okay, so all 3 options are to be turned on. Okay, and simply click on this one. Next thing we have to do is to change some firewall settings also. Your firewall settings might prevent the client machine to access the eContents repository. So you start with the firewall option, control panel, and firewall. Simply in the search box you write firewall option. Okay, connected, and on. Firewall is on. You click on the turn Windows firewall on or off. So from this option you can turn off Windows firewall, and for home or homework, for this home or private network locations you can turn off your firewall. Also for public networks also you can turn off your firewall. In fact, I think that this option will this public network location setting, in this option we do not it is not required to turn off your firewall, but for your home network turn off your Windows firewall settings. Simply click on the turn off and click OK, and that's it. Now as we have made some changes to the configuration file, and we have made some changes to the way of assigning the IP addresses to the machine. So, and finally we made some Windows firewall settings, changes in the Windows firewall settings. And next thing is, how do we access? If we are accessing the eContents from the machine where we've installed this eContents repository, for that we can write http:// then localhost/moodle. This is the way to access the eContents. In the local machine. That's how we can access the eContents, and it's showing that eContents repository and all. Okay, and we can log in, and all options are given there. That's how we can access. But from the client machines, how do we access? Do we have to enter localhost/moodle? No, here we have to write http:// then 192.168.0.2/moodle. Actually this 192.168.0.2 is the IP address of the machine where we have installed the eContents repository. So this way, you have this address you have to type in your client machine, and from that with this address you will be able to access the server and the Moodle, means the eContents repository. So friends, all these settings you have to apply, and accordingly you can browse the eContents repository developed by the KVS headquarters. I hope that this video presentation would surely help you in the installation part of eContents repository. For any other queries or suggestions, my email address is at kvselearning@gmail.com, and my contact number is +91 98988181411. I'm sure that this video presentation would surely would have helped you in fact in the installation of the eContents repository. Thank you for watching this video presentation. Thank you very much.